Yeah, so basically in geometric series, we have multiple terms. For example, we have this term 2, 4, 8, 16. What's happening here? Just like arithmetic series, we have a starting point. So here we have this as a starting point A. And if you notice, what's happening is that every term is multiplied by 2 to get the next term. Okay. In other words, we can say that if I take the average of the ratio of 16 by 8, or if I take the ratio of 8 by 4, or if I take the ratio of 4 by 2, they all are going to be just 2, which is basically this number that is multiplying. So this we call a fixed ratio. Okay, so that's R. So fixed ratio, when you multiply it by that, you get the next number. Now, just like in arithmetic series, what were we doing? We were adding, we were taking a few jumps. For example, a simple arithmetic series was this. Then let's suppose I want to get to 8. We are basically taking jumps of 2 every time we want to get to the next one. So my starting point was 2. So if I want to get to 8, I have to take 3 jumps. Why is that? Because this is term number 1, this is term number 2, term number 3, and term number 4. So for the fourth term, I have to take 3 jumps. Similarly, when we are doing it here in a geometric series, we are multiplying a number. So if I want to get to 16, let's say, so I have to multiply the first term. My first term is 2. I have to multiply it by the ratio how many times? 3 times. So I have to multiply it by the ratio 3 times because I have to take that many jumps to get to that. Always one less than the term number, because starting point with you just arrive there. You don't actually come there through a ratio. Okay, so that gives me the general formula that you start with the starting value, and then you have the ratio, and how many times you multiply it with the ratio, n minus 1 times, and that is going to give us the term number n in any geometric series. Geometric series is the one where the next term is found by multiplying or dividing the previous one. All right, so that's geometric series. So that's how we get to that. Now, the next thing is, how do we figure out then what is the sum of these numbers? Okay, so the first thing, let's do a few questions for that, and then we'll move on to finding the sum. So let's say we have a simple question that there's a geometric series, and the first term is 12 and the second term is minus 6. Okay, so we have the first term that is 12 and second term is minus 6. So in this question, A is 12 and B is minus 6. Sorry, or term number 2 is minus 6. Okay, so what's the ratio? The ratio is always going to be the second term divided by the first term, or any term divided by the previous term. So it's going to be minus 6 over 12. So what's happening? 1 over 2. So you are basically halving every next term, and not just that, you're also flipping the sign. So that's the R here. Okay, so let's suppose I want to find term number 10. So what will it be? It will simply be, I start with the starting value, and how many times do I multiply with the ratio? I want to get to the 10th term. That means I have to multiply it 9 times. Okay, so that's going to be 12 into minus 1 over 2 power 9. And whatever that is, I'll put it in a calculator and I'll figure that out. Pretty simple, right? Okay, let's suppose you want to invest some money, and the bank offers you 10% profit every year. Okay, every year. Okay, now you have, let's suppose, $1,000 to invest. So you invest $1,000. So I want to figure out that if I want to make, let's say I invested for 10 years, तो ये 10 साल बाद कितने रुपए होंगे? So I'll say, okay, I'm starting with 1,000, and every year, what is the ratio? I'm getting 10% profit, which means I'm getting the original 100% and 10% extra on that. So that means every year I'm getting 110%. So that can be written as 110%, or I can simply convert it and I can simply write that this is basically 1.1, 110%. So that is 1 as the original and 10%, which is the profit. And let's suppose I invested for 10 years. So after 10 years, what do I get? Let's calculate it. So I have 1,000 that I'm multiplying with 1.1 power 10. So after 10 years, my amount, how much is that? Okay, it's not multiplying. Hold on. Yeah. sorry, disappointment. Yeah, so after 10 years, I'm going to get $2,594. So that's how much time it takes for me to basically do get 2.5 times my amount. So in 10 years at that rate, I think it's a pretty good rate. Okay, so this is called compound interest, and compound interest is simply a geometric series. Okay.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, what's the question?
Isn't 10 supposed to be 9? Because you said after 10 years, but the
Thank you
jump
so much.
shift.
Yeah, I basically found the total amount after 10 years, after 11 years. So I should put 9 in there because you, as you say, you're absolutely right. We are investing it for 10 years. So पहले साल वाला तो होगा ही नहीं ना उसमें. So there you go. There you go.
Yes,
Thank
and
you.
Anaya wrote something in the chat box.
Okay, so I'll go over it again then. So here's the thing. A geometric series, first of all, understand what it is. It's a series in which every term increases by a fixed ratio, a fixed number which either multiplies or divides to get the next one. Okay, so let's suppose there was this famous Moore's law. Moore's law simply said that every year the memory that these computer chips are going to have, or the processing power, it's going to double every few years, and the cost is going to half every few years. So let's suppose somebody said in 1960 that after every 10 years, the cost is going to half and the price is sorry, the cost is going to half and the distance travel is going to be double. So let's suppose हम बस इस बात को ले लेते हैं. By the way, Moore's law was followed up until the early 2000s. Moore's law समझ आया क्या कहता है? It simply says कि कंप्यूटर आपके हर कुछ सालों बाद डबल पावर के हो जाएंगे and they will be half the price. So that's Moore's law. Now, just to give you an idea of how powerful this is, by the way, let me get the exact statement that Moore said. Yeah, so basically saying that every 2 years, the power is going to double. Every 2 years, the computational power that they have is going to double. So let's suppose they said this 50 years back. Okay, so 50 years back, let's suppose we had a processor with the power of 1. Now, after 50 years, उसकी पावर कितनी हो जाएगी? The power is doubling every 2 years. So 50 years में वो कितनी बार 2 से मल्टीप्लाई होगा? So first 2 years के बाद वो 2 से मल्टीप्लाई होगा, next 2 years के बाद फिर 2 से मल्टीप्लाई होगा, फिर next 2 years के बाद फिर 2 से मल्टीप्लाई होगा. Basically, how many times will it multiply by 2? In 50 years, it's going to multiply by 25, right? 2 power 25. 25 times 2 से मल्टीप्लाई होगा आफ्टर एवरी 2 years कर रहा है अगर वो, राइट? सो दैट मीन्स आज का कंप्यूटर कंपेयर टू दैट 50 years पुराने वाला कंप्यूटर, it's going to be this much powerful. Like take a computer from 50 years back. What was the time? 1970. Yeah, so 1970 का कोई कंप्यूटर उठाएं. By the way, 1970s का कंप्यूटर, let's suppose we take the computer that we used to send the person on the moon. So that was in 1969. ठीक है, so we sent a person to the moon back then. So let's say उस कंप्यूटर की पावर थी 1. आज के कंप्यूटर की पावर, if we just follow the Moore's law, वो कितनी है? 33,554 432. बहुत ज्यादा है, 33 million बनता है ये. ठीक है, तो 33 million computers of that time are equal to one computer of today. So that's the power of Moore's law. Just to give an idea of, let's suppose, अब वो कहता था कि प्राइस भी उसकी हाफ होनी चाहिए. So प्राइस उसकी हाफ हो रही है. So let's suppose आज यहाँ से लंदन जाने की टिकट है $1,000 की आती है. Let's suppose $1,000 उसकी कॉस्ट है यहाँ से लंदन जाने की. सस्ती है, इससे इससे तो सस्ती होती है. But let's say राउंड ट्रिप है, $1,000 उसकी कॉस्ट है, और हम उस पर मूर्स लॉ अप्लाई कर देते हैं. हम कहते हैं कि जी हर 2 साल बाद प्राइस हाफ होनी चाहिए. हम एविएशन वाले इतना काम करेंगे, every 2 years the price is going to half. So what would it cost for a person to go from Pakistan to London, from Lahore to London in 10 years? अगर वो हर 2 साल बाद हाफ होती है, तो इसका मतलब है आज उसकी प्राइस है 1000, तो अगले साल वो उसका हाफ होगी, अगले 2 साल बाद उसके अगले 2 साल बाद उसका हाफ होगी, उससे अगले 2 साल बाद उसका हाफ होगी. In other words, how many times it's going to half in 10 years? 5 times. So it's going to be half power 5 in 10 years. So that means after 10 years, we should be able to go from Lahore to London in just $31. Right? And actually, that sounds insane, right? Just 10 years, and that's how much? Now imagine doing that for 50 years. And that is the insane rapid speed at which computers have actually increased in their power and their capacity and decrease in their cost.
Sir, Anaya saying something in the
Anaya,
chat
what do you
box.
mean it would be 2? What would be 2?
Sir, I also have to ask, in the like the formula, n minus r hona chahiye.
N
So
minus
how
1 होएगा ना,
n
because you are
minus sorry n
starting at the
minus 1
starting
hona
value.
chahiye. हाँ तो वो
Yes.
okay, if it's 5, so shouldn't it be
Hmm.
4?
Think
And
about it. Think about it. Because we are starting at 0. If we start at 0, ठीक है, then it would be power 4. But हम 0 पे sorry, if it we started at term number 1, आपकी term number 1 क्या थी? आपकी term number 1 है 2 साल बाद जो cost है. हम तो term number 0 से start कर रहे हैं ना कि आज की cost कितनी है. अगर हम term number 1 से start करें, which we usually do, which we have A, तब R power n minus 1 होगा, 1 less than that. But चूंकि in all the examples that I gave you, we were starting at current price, term number 0. ठीक है. अच्छा, Anaya, to answer your question that it should be 2 power 5, it shouldn't be, because we are not doubling the price. We are halving the price every 2 years. So in this example, where we were going from Lahore to London and coming back, we were basically halving the price. In this example, we were doubling the power. So when you're doubling it, obviously you multiply by 2, and when you're halving it, you divide by 2. But these are examples of geometric series when you start at the term number 0. Let's say we start at term number 1. In that case, your next term, so term number 1 is A, and your next term is always going to be A times R. So term number 2 is going to be A times R. Term number 3 is going to be A times 2 times R. So A times R squared. Or term number 4 is going to be A times R cubed, which simply means that any term number n is going to be A, which is your starting point, times R to the power 1 less than n. So that is the term formula, that if you want to figure out a certain term, then what will that be? Okay. Any question in that?
no.
Okay, great. Now, how do we get the sum of these terms? So let's see that. Let's suppose I want to sum up all the terms. I want to find term number 4 tak ka sabka sum. So it's going to be, I'm going to write it as sum number 4, which means sum from term number 1 all the way to term number 4. In सबको मैं add कर रहा हूँ. So if I do that, I'm going to get A plus A into R plus A into R squared plus A into R cube. So इस सबको अगर मैं देखता हूँ तो इसमें A तो मैं कॉमन ले ही सकता हूँ. ठीक है, तो that gives me 1 plus R squared plus R cube. ठीक है. Or using some algebra, which I don't need to do that with you guys, we can simply be like that, okay, actually, this whole thing is nothing but it is A into 1 minus R to the power n over 1 minus R. So if I want to do it for R power 4, I'll simply put 4 here. So sum till 4 is simply 1 minus R to the power 4 over 1 minus R. ठीक है, and it's actually pretty simple. अगर हम इसको expand करके देखो ना आप, तो ये यही बनता है. ठीक है, we don't have to go into the proof of this thing. If you want, you can simply go to Wikipedia. वहाँ पे आप geometric series लिखोगे ना तो उसमें आपको मिल जाएगा. ठीक है, and it's absolutely simple. बहुत आसान है उसको करना. इसको बहुत सारे different proof से लोगों ने बहुत सारे different perspective से किया हुआ है. For example, there's this idea that whenever you're adding it up, so basically it's like a square. You take this, इसका एरिया A, ठीक है, तो अगले वाला a times r होएगा, उसके अगले वाला उसका a times r होएगा, उसके अगले वाला उसका a times r होएगा, and that's how you're just adding it up, and that's the total area that you're getting. So different ways of looking at how to find this formula, but again, that's not important for us. For O levels, what's important is figuring out that what the formula is and applying it right. So sum until a certain term, you simply do it that you take a, you multiply it by this weird ratio, and that's how you're going to get it. I'm going to close this application for a minute because it's malfunctioning, and then I'll start it again. Okay. Any questions on what arithmetic or geometric series is? Abhi tak?
I don't know.
What do you
I
mean you
don't
don't
think
know?
so. No.
Okay.
NO. So अनाया कुछ लिख रही है.
We'll get rid of that. All right. So the sum till nth term is going to be a times 1 minus r power n over 1 minus r. That's a sum till nth term. Now here's the thing. Let's suppose, have you heard of that story horse? Sorry, क्या था? Hare and tortoise, वो जो रेस करते हैं और वो कहीं पहुंच जाता है and all that. ठीक है,
So
वो कोई जीत जाता
the
है.
slow and steady वाली चीज.
Yeah, slow and steady वाली चीज.
हाँ,
ठीक है?
ठीक है. Yes.
Yeah. So basically, there was this guy Zeno, and Zeno basically told us that let's take that same tortoise and we race him against, let's say, we race him against Achilles. And Achilles is basically a Greek hero. ठीक है, legend है वो बंदा. ठीक है. So let's suppose we take Ronaldo for today. Ronaldo को लेते हैं हम, football player जो है. ठीक है. And we make him run against the tortoise. ठीक है. अब गेम हमने ऐसे करनी है कि टॉर्टस से 10 टाइम्स फास्टर है रोनाल्डो. ठीक है, बल्कि छोड़ो इस एग्जांपल को, इट विल टर्न आउट टू गिव यू वेरी फिलोसॉफिकल क्वेश्चंस कि टाइम एग्जिस्ट करता है कि नहीं करता. सो
you could just do a cheetah.
ठीक है, नो आई डोंट वांट टू गो इनटू दैट. आई विल जस्ट टेक दैट एग्जांपल अवे, फॉरगेट दैट आई सेड दैट, क्योंकि वो जीनोस पैराडॉक्सेस में चला जाएगा. आई डोंट वांट टू गो देयर. Okay, so let's say we have this guy, okay, he's at 0, so it's standing here, and he's basically jumping, and every time he jumps, he basically jumps half the distance of the previous term. So पहली बार जब वो jump करता है तो वो 1 तक jump करता है, अगली बार वो उसका half jump करेगा, so he gets to 1.5. अगली बार उसका भी half करेगा, so it gets to 1.75. अगली बार वो उसका भी half करेगा, so it gets to 1.82875 or something. अगली बार वो उसका भी half करता है, अगली बार उसका भी half करता है. Every time that this guy jumps, he's jumping half the previous term. तो ultimately वो कहां तक पहुंचेगा? If he keeps on doing that infinitely times, how much total distance will he cover? It's a geometric series, by the way. He's multiplying the distance with half every time. He's basically adding half every time.
So I don't know.
Okay, let me show this through a graphical way. Let's suppose there's this guy. We have a paper. और ये एक paper हमें मिल गया. This is a square paper. Next time, I take half of that square. उससे next time I take half of that square. उससे next time I take half of that square. उससे next time I take half of that square. उससे next time I take half of that square. How much paper do you think I will use overall? If I keep on doing that infinitely times, how much paper will I actually use?
The whole paper.
The whole paper, shabash. I will end up using 1 and 2. Total 2 pages. If I do that. And that is called sum till infinity. That if I were to do these things for infinitely long, what will I eventually get to? Now, sum till infinity can have a value or it can be infinite. Okay, so it can have a value like we have 2 here, or it can be infinite. Like, for example, if I asked you that there was this old story that there's this guy, a Chinese guy, and they have this chessboard. So let me just Google a chessboard to make things interesting. Okay. Yeah. So I have a classical chessboard. Okay. So we have a chessboard here. And this guy, the king is very happy with him. And the king's like, okay, whatever you want, I'm going to give to you. So he says, okay, I want you to give me 1 piece of rice. So he's like, okay, sure, 1 piece of rice. क्या बादशाह से तुम कुछ मांग रहे हो? कुछ अच्छी चीज मांगो. So he's like, no, just 1 piece of rice. Okay, they place 1 piece of rice here. Then they're like, okay, on the next box, place 2 pieces of rice. Okay, no problem, 2 pieces of rice. Then on the next one, place double that. So they're like, okay, sure, no problem, 4 pieces of rice. What a stupid guy. So they're like, okay, 8 now. So we are going to do 8. Now 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. Now obviously 32. Now 64. Now 128. Now 256. You keep on doing this. Okay. You keep on doing this. I bet that before you get to the 64th square here, you will need to put more rice than there is in the world, and not just in the world, more rice than that has ever been produced in the world. And that is the power of geometric series. You're doubling everything and it grows so exponentially that it just goes out of the roof. So the sum till infinity in this case, if you keep on doing that, it's going to be insane. It's going to be so large, it's humanly impossible number. ठीक है? बट इफ यू ट्राई टू गो इन रिवर्स तो वो बहुत एक सिंपल सा हो जाएगा. अगर वो हर बार हाफ करता जाए, जैसे अभी हमने पेपर को देखा कि हर बार आप हाफ करो. लेट्स सपोज यू वांट टू, यू हैव अ बिग चॉकलेट दैट यू वांट टू डिस्ट्रीब्यूट टू योर फ्रेंड्स एंड यू लाइक, ओके आई लाइक दिस फ्रेंड फर्स्ट, तो मैं उनको हाफ दूंगी, उससे अगले फ्रेंड को उसका हाफ दूंगी, उसके अगले फ्रेंड को उसका हाफ दूंगी, उसके अगले फ्रेंड को उसका हाफ दूंगी, उसके अगले फ्रेंड को उसका हाफ दूंगी. You keep on doing that and you can have infinite number of friends actually, and everyone will get a piece of chocolate before you're done with the chocolate. Weird, right? So that's geometric series. And that is because the sum till infinity, when you're actually doing half every time, that is when your ratio is half here. Every time you're doing it, you're halving it. So the ratio is half here, and sum till infinity in this case is just 1 chocolate. Okay. So that is because the ratio is half. Now, as long as your ratio is less than 1, sum till infinity will have an answer. And the formula is simple: a over 1 minus r. Just that. Provided your ratio is less than 1. Why I'm saying mod? Because even if it's negative, it will give us an answer that is within that. But if your ratio is 1 or any more than that, if you are, let's say, buying a chocolate for your friend and buying another chocolate for the next one and buying another for the next one, हर एक को एक एक chocolate दे रहे हो तो तब जाके infinite chocolate चाहिए, because you have infinite number of friends. And if it is more than that, if the ratio is 2 or 4 or whatever, then it's going to be insane. It's going to, like, you won't have enough money in the world and enough chocolate in the world to feed everybody there. So that's the thing. Sum till infinity can be infinite if your ratio is greater than or equal to 1. But sum till infinity is less than 1. If the ratio is less than 1, mod of ratio, then sum till infinity will have a fixed value. So that's 1 minus r. And that completes the topic for us, the geometric series. That basically you just have to figure out that, first of all, is this a geometric series or not? And how do you know that? You basically take any value and you take the next value, you divide them to see that, okay, if I divide them, do I get a fixed ratio every time? If you do, then it's a geometric series. It can be a fixed ratio that is multiplying, it can be a fixed ratio that's dividing, but in either case, it will be a fixed ratio. And when you do that, you want to figure out the next term, you simply use this formula, term formula, which is a into r n minus 1. Why are we doing that? Because a is your starting point and you're multiplying it 1 less than the term number times. So अगर फोर्थ टर्म चाहिए तो 3 दफा मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे. Similarly, the sum till infinity is simply that you add all the terms and that gives you this. But if you want sum till a particular term, that okay, I have 100 friends and I want to give them chocolate, how much do I need? So that's just a silly example, but this is the formula: a into 1 minus r power n over 1 minus r, and that will give you. And by the way, it has a very simple proof, but I don't want to get into that because it's not required. Okay? But you can easily go to Wikipedia or any Math World or any other website to find out what it is. ना समझ आए तो मुझे पूछ लीजिएगा, I'll help you out. All right, so that's the topic. We'll do some questions now. Any questions?